Hi, I'm Joy, and today I'll be bringing you through my media management project and what I got out of it. The media management project was both a daunting challenge and a hugely fulfilling chapter of my master's program. It offered me the opportunity to try my hand at tasks like creating content and analysing how this content was received online, planning and executing photo shoots, and seeing how a small business is run. Between April and July of 2024, I undertook my project with Callan, an Irish vegan leather accessories store that has sustainability at the core of their brand beliefs. Callow originally made their accessories from apple leather, a material made as a byproduct from the juicing industry. During my project, I was given the role as social media manager, and my main objectives were to maintain Callow's social media, posting and replying and monitoring all interactions and engagement. While there were many challenges and rewarding parts to my MMP, in this essay I will be discussing how my interpretation of social media management changed during my MMP and has subsequently changed my career path trajectory. Before beginning my MMP, my understanding of what social media managers are and what they do barely scratched the surface. I believe they just monitored Instagram, TikTok, etc. and created content. And while this is definitely a part of social media management, I did not know or understand how much of the role entailed looking at analytical tools, interpreting these analytics, and being able to produce reports or statistics that captured how well an organization's social media was performing. Initially, I felt very overwhelmed as I did not have much experience with analytics or statistics and felt these were hard to interpret. In regards to Callow, this felt like an even bigger problem, as with them being a sustainable slow fashion brand, the idea of trending or the trend cycle does not fall in line with their brand values. So I had to try and manage to stay current and relevant, creating new content with a limited number of products while staying true to Callow's brand values. During my project, this did massively improve. Kate got to know and understand my skill set, along with teaching me some other skills in regards to looking at Google Analytics, knowing what content does well and what doesn't. I realised that my passion lies more with creating actual, tangible content rather than looking at the figures surrounding it. The part of my project that really piqued my interest was during the garden collection launch in July. By this time, both Kate and I realised that my best asset was planning photo shoots, whether that might be looking for models, props, creating mood boards, or anything behind the scenes of the photo shoot or content days. The biggest example of this was the product launch itself. Here, I was able to spend evenings looking at venues, past shoots done by other brands, props, and organising the behind the scenes of what goes into a product launch shoot or content day. This made me feel like such a valued asset to Kate. I was taking the lion's share of planning, which gave her the time and headspace to look at other aspects of a product launch, like making sure products got into Ireland on time, setting sales targets, and managing the day-to-day running of Callow. The satisfaction came to an all-time high during the photo shoot. Seeing something that you've put a huge amount of effort and time into working out was hugely rewarding. Before my project, I always thought of becoming a freelance social media manager was the career path I envisioned for myself. But working with Callow made me realise that I have much more of an interest in production, whether it be photos, videos, or audio. I feel like I can add more value producing content rather than analysing it. I also really used my organisational skills, something that I never thought was my strong suit. During my time at Callow, I think Kate would agree that my best asset to her was being able to plan and execute content. I would always plan the location, vibe of content, outfits, and even poses and specific shots that we wanted to get. These plans really helped me visualise what we had to get done in a short period of time, as both Kate and I were very busy. Coming out of my master's, I applied for one graduate role, which was with Jameson Whiskey. In the application process, I had to show my serious character in a 2-minute video where I was able to use the skills that I've gained through my master's program and my project. Being able to develop skill sets like my organizational skills or creating content has allowed me to feel confident in applying for roles with a media aspect, which is something that I had never had before. As I did my undergrad in sociology and social policy, I had no real experience in media or media studies, but it was always something that really interested me. This course has given me the opportunity to not only understand the fundamentals of communication theory and media studies, but has given me the opportunity to develop skills, get critiques, and improve. As I have just accepted my role with Jameson Whiskey, I know that when it comes to creating content for their social media or having to do an activation for an event, I now have the skills that will stand to me in the working world. My project enabled me to see my potential. I've always liked to consider myself as a creative person, but I never had the confidence to do anything with it. Growing up, it was painting or drawing or teaching myself an instrument, but working with Callow has enabled me to see my full potential, which has given me a new strength as I go into my first full-time job. Over the last year, I went from having no real understanding of what I wanted to do in the future. But now, leaving UCD after 5 years, I have a better understanding of myself, what I want, and how to get there.